live from NRG Stadium in Houston. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback.
Baker going to throw this right away.
They'll lock it with a grab over the middle. He'll be dropped after a gain of about 6 across the 30 to the 31. I think defensively you're okay with that. Here in the first quarter, he's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle, and they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that and you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch, now you put the offense in a position where every series they have to work hard to pick up first downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete.
Certainly appeared to take away his first read, and by the time he tried to look elsewhere and find an open target, the coverage was too good. That one falls incomplete.
They'll run it for the first time.
And he lost the football. And a pretty nice tackle there, ranging up from his free safety spot as he'll stop him about a yard short.
4th down, Corliss Waitman now on to punt.
He punted 4 times in the loss last week as he gets this one away here. They'll score that a 36-yard punt.
And the Commanders will take over with a 1st and 10.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Now a first carry here for Robinson. And this defense feeling the encouragement. They stop him at the line of scrimmage on the first play of the afternoon. No gain on the play. It'll be 2nd down.
I know that speed is the hallmark of today's NFL game, but the key to good rushing defense is still having your linebackers set the edge.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10. Off-play action. Hankins.
And looking for McLaurin, but this is intercepted.
Desmond King picks it. That time defensively looked like they showed quite a bit of pressure, but backed off. And it proved fruitful. They get the pick.
He went through all of his rules about getting rid of the ball quickly because he read blitz. He saw all those people stacked at the line of scrimmage, and then they fooled him by dropping into coverage. Now he's ready to get rid of the ball fast, but guess what? Too many defenders out there. Exactly as you described, an interception.
Yeah, he'll get about 3 just outside the 10, stopped at the 11.
Some of the most unselfish players on any football team, defensive tackles, because we ask them to just eat up blocks and allow other people to make tackles. But when he can make a play himself, as we just saw there, that's a big day.
Play fake. Mayfield. He's got a man. It's his fullback. And he gets halfway home from the 10 to the 5 on a pickup of 5.
It's pretty easy to overlook the fullback when you're making your assignments defensively in the pass coverage game. But in this case, they made him pay for that oversight and picks up a nice gain.
So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down.
Open man right side is Smith-Schuster, complete. Touchdown, Texans.
Juju Smith-Schuster.
His 3rd touchdown now on the year.
And the Texans use the early turnover to get on the board first here in this one.
Lutz good on the extra point. And that makes the score 7-0. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off.
Taking it about the 1. And he will make it to the 20-yard line and no further. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense.
They threw an interception the first time they had the football, wound up leading to a touchdown the other way. How do you approach drive number 2?
Going back to your game plan coming in, everyone has matchups that they like better than others. Where they think they have an advantage, dial up some of those plays. Try and go to those spots and get your offense moving.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
On 1st and 10, it's Robinson.
And the big boys up front. They're going to stop him right at the line. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
Now, that's a mountain of a man that just made that stop, isn't it? But he's more than that. This guy's nimble and quick. More than a space eater, he just made a great play there.
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10.
The quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete.
That was well played, but that was also an example of a corner who understands his coverage, realized he had support behind him, and could be a little more aggressive in the shorter zone, and did exactly that, knocking that pass away.
To throw on 3rd down.
Hankins. That's out wide here for Robinson.
And this play comes to a halt at the 33, and obviously that's well short of the 1st down. He did his best to just get 4 out of that, but not enough. And now 4th down.
Tress Way on 4th down is sent out to punt.
Back deep, the dangerous Tyler Lockett. And this will be taken at the 13. A well-hit ball there. 50 yards on the punt, 3 on the return. And the Texans will take over with a 1st and 10. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. They've got a 7-0 lead in the football as well as they start out 1st and 10. Rolling to his left. And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away.
Well, sometimes the defense just beats you. Great coverage from the secondary, all of them in the proper position. So instead of trying to throw into tight coverage, he found a way to throw it away and come back and try again the next down.
On 2nd and 10, Mayfield to Pierce. They set up the screen.
And he'll go down after losing yardage at the 10. It'll be a loss of 6 yards on the play. And they're going to face an uphill battle here on 3rd and long. Working out of the gun, Mayfield.
Delivers another one to Pierce.
And he will not get what he needed as he stops short of the 1st down at around the 22.
Now we get to see the punter, Corliss Waitman.
Now fair catch is called for and taken at the, we'll call it the 37-yard line. 36 yards on the punt with no return.
And it will be Washington football now with a 1st and 10. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense.
And the results for them have not been strong to this point. 2 drives have ended in a turnover and then a punt.
So would it be too snarky for me to say that they've shown improvement?
And looking for McLaurin, but this is intercepted. Darren Stingley picks it, and the Texans are going to take possession of the football.
I believe this is what you would call growing pains here, Barbara, because this defense obviously took the challenge facing the rookie, and they wanted to help indoctrinate him to the NFL. So now the big question is, can he answer that challenge and rebound with plenty of time remaining in this game?
Hey, alert, 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 alert. Run.
Following the interception, Mayfield
swings this one out wide for Pierce. And he'll be brought down inside the 40-yard line.
Well, they use him a lot out of the backfield. He had 5 catches a week ago, and he makes another catch here for good yardage.
Hand off right side to Pierce.
And he's brought down at the 34. Call it a gain of 4. Not a whole lot there. The defense was ready, it looked, for that run-pass option.
You get the sense that next time he has that opportunity, he may keep it himself and get to the perimeter. Probably owes his back a little bit of an apology on that one, huh?
They go play action. Mayfield. Blitz coming, and down he goes.
The sack by the linebacker, Jamin Davis. Here's Corliss Waitman now.
And he's getting a workout here in this first quarter as he gets it away. This is taken at the 10. Only 29 yards on the punt there. Definitely not his best. And out will come the offense as they take over.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive, because remember last time out, they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back. But make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hands.
And the timing a bit off that time as Allen falls to the ground.
And he's only hit on 2 of his first 6 passes. Time for a quick quarterback regroup here with a big 3rd down coming up.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Operating from the gun, Hankins. And the throw there going to be incomplete. And this passing game's whole offense really didn't show up in the loss last week, and it hasn't started all that great here either.
Yeah, they can't let that incompletion become an uh-oh moment. Like, oh boy, here we go again, just like last week. Each game is its own entity, treated as such.
Now it's Lockett. We'll call that a 49-yard punt, but a net of just 39 following the 10-yard return.
And the Texans will take over.
Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going.
No points last time out. They were forced to punt, if you remember, but no time to dwell on that. They've still got the lead here and a chance to add to that here. 1st and 10 as this new drive starts.
And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. 23 yards, the final tally. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
1st and 10, it's Pierce.
And he'll manage to pick up about 4. It's 2nd down.
The Texans are 1-2 through the first 3 weeks of the season. And they got off to a good start, but then 2 straight losses since.
And now you start to wonder about what this does for a team's morale, how it affects their psyche, because, let's face it, you work all summer pointing toward that opening game, you get the win, but then you don't carry it on from there. How will they bounce back from these losses and try and get right?
And they're going to move it down inside the 25.
But they certainly made a point of getting him involved in the passing game here in the first half. They must have seen something in the scouting that said, hey, we can capitalize on him getting the ball possibly in the open field. And I think in the second half, that may loosen up the defense a little bit to get the running game going back inside.
This is caught. And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. The end result, 21 yards.
Here's Pierce. Trying to get to the goal line, but he's going to be stopped just short at the 1.
Only a yard that time, 2nd and goal.
Good work there, holding him out on 1st down. And this is going to be a battle down here on the goal line. Can they hold their ground for 2, maybe even 3 more plays?
Again, it's Pierce. And he'll take this one in for a Texans touchdown. Dameon Pierce, his 5th rushing touchdown now on the year. And the Texans have taken a 2-touchdown lead now.
Lutz with the extra point, and it's now 14-0. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense.
And they're in a bind early here, down 14-0. Are you worried at this stage or still too early?
You're worried. You're just trying not to transmit it to the rest of your team. You want to make sure that they stay positive. But at the same time, you're wondering, how are we going to move the football? What do we have on this play sheet that can work? Get back to basics is usually your answer. And make sure you find the guy who can move the ball fastest for you if you just get it in his hands.
Yeah, still second quarter. You get points on the board here. I think you're feeling okay.
On the counter, this is Robinson.
And he'll be brought down just shy of the 45. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be second down. And that looked like some pretty easy yardage there right up the gut.
And he's a guy that has some height to him, so when you don't have to drop a shoulder or create or get through contact or trash, makes it a lot easier to stay upright, see the field, and make a run as we just saw there.
They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a first down. Looking to throw. Hankins. And he's going to go down. The Texans come at him and able to bring him to the ground. It'll be a loss of 7 on the sack, and it brings up second.
This offensive line has struggled. In fact, when we sat down with the coach, he said it's been in tatters lately. They allowed 6 sacks in their last game. Just gave up another one right there.
In tatters, so it sounds a little bit like this right now.
Exactly. It's like that paper being ripped. And right now, they've got to find a way to get it back together.
Looking to throw on second down. Hankins. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And he's going to be taken down with another first down as the stop's made at the Texans' 34-yard line. That'll wind up a gain of 27 on the catch and run.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Now a carry for Pirine. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, got to like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a first down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
To throw on second down. Hankins. And he's going to be taken down with another first down as the stop's made at the Texans' 16. Give him 10 yards there as this offense is on a roll. This drive continues to plunge forward.
And Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts.
They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this second quarter.
So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. Straight ahead, it's Robinson.
He will push his way down to about the 14. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be second down.
That run wasn't a big breaker, but I don't think the guys on offense mind very much. They've got a nice drive going, and they might just be luring the defense in a little bit. They could probably come back with a play action, maybe go over the top. But right now, on this drive, their playbook is open.
They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete.
Well, this is a half with not just the coverage, but the entire defense is setting the tone in this game.
So the failure to connect on second down. That leaves him staring up here at a 3rd and 8. Operating from the gun, Hankins. And that's going to be knocked away in the end zone. It's incomplete.
Nice back-to-back plays defensively. They're stacking momentum now. 1 incompletion, 2 incompletion. They're going for more.
And his kick is good. And they will get themselves on the board here at 14-3. So from an offensive perspective, at least able to get on the board here right in front of the 2-minute warning.
Yeah, now it's time to talk about complementary football, isn't it? Because if the defense can force a 3-and-out, there could be enough time on the clock that they can get the ball back for their offensive guys and maybe put some more points on the board before the half.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive.
A long drive last time out for this offense, Charles. If you remember, they started basically in the shadows of their own end zone, marched it down the field, and a lot of that was through the passing game.
And, partner, as a former defensive back, I'm having almost a physical reaction watching what's happening right now. But let's give credit where it's due because they've done an excellent job moving the ball through the air. Secondary getting picked apart pass by pass. Obviously, they need to make some adjustments there on the back end.
Yeah, because offensively, we know that they're not going to be shy about throwing that football.
Second quarter action with 1:59 remaining.
The Commanders bringing out the nickel package on 3rd down.
Mayfield. And he's got a man. It's the tight end, Howard, complete.
And he is going to have a Texans first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Normally on 3rd down and short yardage, you're thinking of throwing to your tight end. It's just going to be a simple chain mover. But this time they let him roam down the field, and a nice dart picks up the first down and then some.
Meanwhile, Mayfield's throw taken in there by Cooks.
And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40.
We didn't need to ask around the league, but we got to confirm this guy's a good player. They've got to find a way to get him more involved, call a few more plays that target him.
Absolutely, because here we are toward the end of the first half, and that's the first target, not just the first catch, first target.
Gets the dump off to Pierce.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. They'll throw again. Here's Mayfield. It's caught. Lockett. A good gain of 9 before he's brought down at the 28. This will be play number 7 on the drive. 3rd and a yard.
Pierce will try to pick it up.
And he will be knocked down hard, but he will have the first down. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. Mayfield now looking to throw on first down.
He's got his man. It's Pierce.
And they've got it inside the 10 at the 8. Mark that as a gain of 16 to set him up first and goal.
Well, this offense will definitely utilize him as a weapon out of the backfield because he was close to 100 yards receiving a week ago. So they will try to get him the football in space as they did right there.
Throw left side, complete to Smith-Schuster. Now the Texans will use one of their 2 remaining timeouts as they'll stop it with 25 seconds to go here in half number 1.
They kept the receiver in the short field, but that let his quarterback get the ball quickly to him before either guy in double coverage could react.
2nd and goal from inside the 5. Quick throw, and Mayfield completes it. Touchdown! Tyler Lockett from 4 yards out.
And the Texans will extend their lead in the final minute of the half.
Lutz will look to add the extra point. And it's 21-3. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense.
And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
As his old brain remembers, when I see 5 wide receivers on the field as a defender, I know the ball's coming out hot. They expected it and got there and popped it free.
So the incompletion, and now it's 2nd and 10, again from the 25-yard line. Throwing again. Hankins slings this deep from McLaurin. And it's knocked away and incomplete.
A very limited time left to get into field goal range before the half, and they tried to get it all on one throw right there.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. Now they'll throw here out of the gun. Slings this deep from McLaurin. And unable to connect. Incomplete. Well, give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down. Now the former Oklahoma Sooner Tress Way on to punt the football. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. And a fair catch called for and made just inside the 35-yard line. So we've come upon halftime here in Houston, and it's the home team, the Texans, leading this one. As we'll get you over to Orlando, where standing by is Jonathan Coachman. He has our EA Sports halftime report. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the 3rd quarter.
Washington down on the scoreboard, but they are getting the football first here, and we are back underway on EA Sports. Fielded just outside the goal line. And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense.
Well, they look up at the scoreboard facing that deficit. A 3-score game, Charles, but look, there's plenty of time to go here. The old football cliche that comes to my mind is you can't get it all back at once. They probably need something, though, out of this drive, at least 3 points.
Are you trying to say that there's no 3-score drive on that play sheet for any of those coordinators? They just don't have it, right? You're trying to get it all back. You know you can't get it back in one drive. But maybe cut into it a little bit, as you just suggested. Try and create a little bit of momentum, a little bit of a spark, and then maybe that'll carry over.
It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now 3rd down coming up.
I think this running game, or should I say lack of one, is making this defense look better than what they really are.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Back to throw. Hankins. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
And there's another stop. One of the league's best defenses is certainly bringing it again this week.
And now the punter, Tress Way, as he sends this one away. Returnable for Lockett. Almost outkicked his coverage there. 48-yard punt, but 10 on the return.
And they will take over 1st and 10.
Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going.
Well, they got to be thrilled with how they've operated so far in this one. They've got the nice lead, and now a chance to score here on 3 straight possessions.
Yeah, and the way that they are rolling, I just don't know how they get slowed down, because they certainly are operating at peak efficiency right now. They might want to think about giving some of their backups a little bit of work, though. Let some other guys get on the field and do their thing and save some of this for the next time out.
And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage on the play back at the 46.
call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up second down.
I think it's pretty evident we can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they've stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments. So give him 5 yards there on the pitch and catch. 3rd and 7 now. So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. On 3rd down, Mayfield. He hits his target, Lockett. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. A good pickup there, 21 yards.
And while we may be looking at the scoreboard, this offense certainly is not, because they're showing no signs of backing down, even with a 3-score lead here in the 3rd quarter. I think they keep taking their shots. They've seen blown leads happen throughout this league. They don't want to fall victim to it themselves.
Mayfield's throw into the hands of Lockett. And they're going to get this down inside the 20.
Brandon, so many times we see the crossing route start as a quick hitter, but in this play, he had time in the pocket and waited for him to clear going across.
They'll come up now on 2nd and a yard. On 2nd down, here's Pierce. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a 1st down.
They're in a pretty good spot right now with a convincing lead. I think this is where they put on the boxing gloves, start to try and pound them into submission.
And the offensive line, they've controlled this game. I don't see why that trend would change now. So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. Play action now. Here's Mayfield. Got his tight end. That's complete. That's Howard. And the Texans are going to be looking at 1st and goal as they move this down to the 4-yard line.
He's certainly done a nice job spreading the field on this drive, and here he finds his big tight end for good yardage. And that's what you have to do. Keep defenses guessing about where you're going to go with the football.
They'll run here with Pierce. And just a short gain that time as they're able to get him down.
And now defensively, you have to look at this like the game's on the line. It's just the 3rd quarter, but another touchdown given up here could really spell an end to their chances, so they need to toughen up and keep them out of the end zone.
Extra bulk up front for 2nd and inches. 3 tight ends. He'll try again. And good work there defensively as they're able to keep him out of the end zone. That'll be a loss of a yard, and it leads to a 3rd down.
They have 3 tight ends in that formation. That's almost a universal sign that they're planning to run the football. But how about the defense there? They met force with force and caused a stack up behind the line of scrimmage and threw him for a loss.
A chance to really put this game out of reach. Here's 3rd and goal. Mayfield on play action. Sliding out of the pocket. And he's in. Touchdown, Houston. Baker Mayfield. His 3rd touchdown of the game, number 9 on the season, as his guys have opened up a very comfortable lead. Lutz good on the extra point, and they open the lead up now to 25. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off. Taken in at the 3. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28. The time called here because a member of the Texans is in some discomfort. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. Well, we haven't exactly been treated to a nail-biter in this one, CD, and if they cannot score here, this one's pretty much all but over.
Are you saying that you feel like people are starting to think about getting out of here, maybe beating the traffic in order to get home or to their final destination?
Yeah, I don't think there's a whole lot of reason to hang around, especially if they can't score here.
Yeah, you're right about that, because it has been pretty clear who the better team has been in this one. And in a league that we talk about every game being a one-score game as we go into it, watching this blowout, let's just say it's been unusual.
first down.
Hankins.
And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked down and incomplete.
Well, partner, they've certainly played up to their top 10 defensive ranking this week. They've stifled this opposing offense throughout this game. This contest is now lopsided because of their efforts, and there's still a quarter to go.
Second down and a run by Robinson.
And he's going to be close to a first down as the tackle is made at the Texans' 44. 9 yards, not quite enough, and they'll be left now with 3rd and 1.
Running legs were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
On 3rd and short, they'll try and pick it up through the air.
Open right side, complete to Rager.
So the completion gets him just a yard, and that's going to make it 4th down.
It looks like they got what they wanted. They got the completion, but they weren't able to break any tackles or gain nearly enough yardage to pick up the first down. Now to be 4th and short.
They'll run for it with Robinson. And this is going to come up well short as they stop him on 4th down.
The Commanders went for it, but they cannot pick up the first.
And this defense will take over right near midfield at the 49-yard line. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive.
On the ground, it's Pierce to begin the drive.
And just 1 yard here from the 49 to the 50.
That was a really nice play, able to stack that one up. When they get back in the huddle, he's got to tell his guys up front, great job. They kept people off of him, allowed him to run free, and make the hit on the runner.
Filled the gap nicely, kept him to just a 1 yard gain. The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
And Pierce gets it again on 2nd down.
And some room to work. 20, 10, 5. Touchdown, Houston.
So remember now, this was all set up by the stop defensively on 4th down. That's what got him this great field position. And then 2 plays later, they're already in the end zone.
Yeah, partner, funny how it works like that, huh? That's a momentum swing amusement park style. Your defense comes off the field, bouncing, grooving, they're fired up, and it carries over to the other side of the ball.
Lutz with the extra point. And the lead grows even larger here in the 3rd quarter. After the touchdown, Lutz to kick it off.
This one fielded at the 5. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense.
And last time they were stopped on 4th down, had a drive stalled out. We'll see how they respond this go-around.
I'm eager to see what their mindset is, because moving the ball, feeling good, and then that abrupt stop on 4th down, do they go back to the bench and go, oh, boy, they've got something for us, or do they go to the bench and say, we blew it ourselves, let's get back out there and move the ball again?
And is it different when you get stopped on 4th versus punt? Is that more motivation for the defense, a little more confidence?
I think as a defense, you're so excited with a 4th down stop. Making them punt, that's your goal anyway.
He's got a man, complete. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this 3rd quarter. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Throwing on 1st down.
Hankins. That'll be caught. Rager with it. And he'll be brought down at the 27.
Well, this game was decided a while ago, and that completion there is going to artificially inflate his passing numbers. So right now, the only one really applauding probably his agent as he thinks about angling for a new contract.
And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. They were looking to throw, holding on the big right tackle.
That's real simple, partner. Keep your hands inside in the chest area. You're probably okay. You get it out on the shoulders, get them wide. Usually going to pick up a holding call.
Operating from the gun, Hankins.
That'll be caught. It's Rager. Touchdown, Washington. Jalen Rager, his first touchdown on the year. And the Commanders are finally into the end zone here in this fourth quarter.
Extra point splits the uprights, and that will cut this lead down to 25.
Washington kick team back out there now as they will send this one away. This will be fielded inside the 5. And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26. Houston's offense already at the line, set to get going. Well, they don't really need the points here, Charles, given what we're looking at on the scoreboard, but they've scored on 3 consecutive possessions, 3 consecutive drives, and I'm sure that they would like to keep that streak going here and continuing to pour it on.
And things have gotten that way in the NFL, haven't they, partner? Because in the old days, people would, they'd get off the gas a little bit, right? But now, people continue to accelerate. But we'll see what they decide to do as they come out to this one. But the way that this game has gone, they've got to be awfully happy with their execution overall.
So that one a disaster, a big loss there with second down coming up.
That was well defended, and while it was a completion, it resulted in a loss of yardage. It's really, really hard for a running back to think to himself, I probably should have just dropped it and saved the yardage. It goes against the entire training that he's had his whole career.
Finding Lockett for the catch here on the out route. And they'll get him down on the other side of midfield.
They have the nice cushion. They just want to pour it on right now, still throwing the football.
And I know my background says, why do you need to do this? Just go ahead and run out the clock and get a win. But as many people pointed out to me, it's a video game, man. Go ahead and put the numbers up. Sportsmanship, not an issue.
Exercise those fingers. Give them 22 there on the third down conversion.
Partner, I have to tell you, just one word keeps coming to mind from watching them this afternoon, and that's impressive. They have been impressive from the opening kickoff, and they haven't let up here even into the fourth quarter.
Fedarian Mathis bringing him down.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where there'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game. Right now, they want to show the world they're up to the challenge.
112 yards rushing for him now as he has been tremendous all day long. And carries like that, that's how they're going to continue to salt this thing away here, Charles, in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, how about that? A new set of downs. Clock continues to move. No better way to close out a game than to tap those mastodons you have up front and say, guys, keep pounding them. Let's keep the ball, keep their offense on the sidelines, and let's close this one out.
Here's Pierce on the counter.
And he'll take this one in for a Texans touchdown.
Dameon Pierce.
A 15-yard touchdown run.
And the Texans look like they're going to get back in the win column as they extend their lead here in this fourth quarter.
Lutz to try to add the PAT. PAT would extend their lead, but there is a flag on the play.
Well, trailing here in the fourth quarter, and that personal foul, that only adds to the hole that they're currently standing in.
Yeah, absolutely a bad job of just losing your cool and letting your anger take over. Mistakes like that, not going to help you at this stage of the game.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Throwing to start the drive. Hankins looking for McLaurin, and he's got him. And the result here, a pickup of 8. Leaves him with 2 to go on second down. Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. And he's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Derek Stingley picks it. And they've got the huge lead. Now they have another interception on the defensive side. Seems like everything they touch in this one, Charles, turns to gold.
And they have to be awfully happy right there to get what appears to be one more for the road and help seal away one of their best efforts of the season.
Now a first carry for their fullback. They give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
A good solid game there on first down, but the defense has to be happy they didn't let it pop for anything bigger.
On second down, a run with Patterson.
And he'll take this one down to the 36. 3 yards on the pickup. That's going to set up an interesting 3rd and about 4 to go.
Well, that's not a run that's going to make any of the highlight tapes, but they've been moving it well all game on the ground. This is another one that keeps them moving forward.
3rd down, here's Patterson.
And he is going to lose yardage here. That'll make it 4th down after a loss of 1.
He handed it off there, but I don't really know if he would have kept it or tried to do anything else if it would have mattered.
Yeah, it's not always a wrong read when a play gets stacked up. Sometimes they're just at the line of scrimmage with just too many bodies to maneuver.
And as a result, now they're looking at a 4th down. So they hadn't called on him at all until this point, but he comes through here and buries one from long range.
Yeah, that's awfully impressive because usually kickers like to get that first one out of their system in the first quarter, sort of get them into the flow of the game, but to come in this late and knock it down from long distance, give him a lot of credit.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And you see a lot of frustrated faces as they are inching closer to a 4th straight loss.
And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
Brandon, once that one broke down, there were only so many options left for him to take. Fortunately, only first down, so he smartly got the yardage he could get and didn't worry about trying to turn it into a bigger play and end up taking a bigger loss. Here, they hope they can regroup and get something different going here on second down.
A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. They'll look to throw for it on 3rd and 1.
Able to connect with Dotson.
And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. The defense surrenders a 13-yard pass play there on 3rd and 1. On 1st and 10, Hankins. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. They'll wind up getting just a yard out of it, and that's going to bring up 2nd down. One thing I think that's safe to say defensively, the tackling's been really good.
And because of that, it's been very, very hard for them to move the ball because you're not getting the benefits of run after catch. They're tackling them almost on the spot. That means they have to run extra plays, harder to move it.
They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Got a man, it's caught at the 6-yard line. And somewhat of a measure of revenge as he's in for the touchdown, but they still trail big time.
He'll take it, but he won't be able to smile about it.
Point after, right down the middle. And that'll cut the lead down a bit to 28. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away.
This will be fielded inside the 5. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. And they'll indeed take a knee. And they will take a knee here. But Charles, a lot of happy faces heading into the tunnel as this one ends, and understandably so. Not only did they get the win, but boy, their offense was on fire in this ball game.
And partner, I have no idea what the top speed is on one of those high-end sports cars. What's the top gear you can get into? This offense, they certainly were there in this one, huh?